This is a StormTrack 5 severe weather alert.
Good afternoon, Tri-Cities from the StormTrack 5 Weather Center. I'm Chief Meteorologist Dave Dirks, alongside here with Meteorologist David Boyd and Kit Alexander. Tracking some new storms that are coming up the valley here from northeast Tennessee, and new severe thunderstorm warnings that do cover parts of Hawkins County and Greene County and Cott County until 5:45 this afternoon. David, you can give us the latest on that. And these have had a history of some golf ball size hail and even some rotation. There has a continuing tornado warning for the Morristown area, but it looks like these will extend northeastward and may not be upgraded or may not continue the tornado warning right now, but we do want to let our viewers know in Hawkins and Greene and Cott County that there's definitely some very active weather, very severe weather beginning to push in from the southwest.
Right. The tornado warning is just outside the viewing area, but it does include Morristown. That's in effect till 5:30. But then the severe thunderstorm warning that does include our viewing area, that includes far southwestern Hawkins County, just southwest of Rogersville, includes Mooresburg, Bulls Gap, western Greene County, including Mossheim and Warrensburg, just to the west of Greenville. This is a considerable severe thunderstorm warning, so this is the second tier out of 3. There is the risk for 70-mile-an-hour damaging winds, golf ball-sized hail, 1.75-inch diameter, and a tornado is possible. So the tornado warning has been canceled. As we were looking at the winds in the storm, it wasn't indicative of a tornado as much as it was indicative of a straight line wind damage. So the storms are now very close to the radar. They are near Morristown, and they are moving quickly to the east. These storms are now moving east at 45 miles an hour, located near Morristown, but there are warnings up for western Hawkins, western Greene counties.
And so if we pull back on that radar, David, a little bit, just give an overview. We did have that line of severe storms that came across southwestern Virginia. That has now pushed east of the viewing area, east of Marion, toward Wytheville and Grayson County. But we are keeping an eye on another kind of merging line of storms here across East Tennessee that do stretch from that severe thunderstorm warning that was just issued for parts of Hawkins and Greene and Cott County. So we're seeing several clusters or several areas of storms coming together, and the most imminent danger now is for our viewers in parts of Hawkins and Hamblin County, as well as Greene and Cott County, for those storms that have had a history of producing some golf ball size hail. And also there has been some decent rotation within the radar scope that is, we haven't had a confirmed report of a tornado, but they did allow that tornado warning that was in effect for Morristown to expire. But certainly with the volatile nature of our atmosphere right now, the instability, there still is a possibility that a spin-up tornado could once again generate, kind of regenerate itself, and we'll have to, keep you up to date on that potential. But certainly we just want to make sure everybody is aware on this holiday weekend that we do have still some impending severe weather moving back in from a different direction now than it was earlier this afternoon, from the southwest and to the west, as opposed to the storms that stayed largely north of the Tri-Cities with that earlier afternoon severe potential that certainly brought some strong weather to our area a little while ago.
So as you mentioned, one area of storms moving out. The warnings now east of Marion toward Wytheville. A few severe thunderstorms in parts of North Carolina, but most concerned about the storms near Morristown. They're moving back into the viewing area.
And we will continue to have live coverage of the storms on our YouTube and Facebook pages, as well as on our WCYB.com website page and on the StormTrack 5 app as well. But right now we will throw it back to regular programming and bring you updates as they become necessary later this evening or late this afternoon through this evening. Is moving back in from the southwest now with those new severe thunderstorm warnings that are in effect until 5:45 for Rogersville of Hawkins County, the kind of the southern end of Hawkins County, and extending into Greene County, as well as a separate warning for the Newport area and in Cott County, as well as Cedar Creek in Greene County. So those storms are due to the development of some strong and severe storms that have developed within the past hour or so near Knoxville and are continuing to race off to the northeast pretty quickly at about 45 miles, or to the east-northeast at about 45 miles per hour. Other storms continue to kind of merge along an area that is moving across East Tennessee. We do have another line of storms that are developing to the west of and southwest of Knoxville up toward New Tazewell, and then we got the severe storms that have developed and are moving now through the Morristown area and back toward Kodak and then near Newport, and then also another severe thunderstorm cluster has developed in North Carolina near Madison County. That's very close to Sam's Gap, but on the North Carolina side of Interstate 26, there's a severe thunderstorm warning, but we're also seeing some new development pretty rapidly evolving and developing clusters of storms now near Jonesboro, extending up along Interstate 26 in Unicoi County to near Okolona and just south of Johnson City, or near the southern part of the metro area. But from Telford to Jonesboro to Limestone, we've got some new development there. These are just starting to develop, and they likely will be strong here as they continue to form ahead of that area of storms that are producing the severe thunderstorm warnings in Greene and Hawkins County. Also, we have pretty strong active storms in Bakersville, where we do have a severe thunderstorm warning there, but moving northward right near the Carter County line around Roan Mountain up toward the state park and the Gardens region and then into Avery County. Don't have these being warned for in Tennessee, but nonetheless there is a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Bakersville in North Carolina, and these storms are pushing off to the northeast, east-northeast at about 45 miles per hour as well. So as far as the metro Tri-Cities, the closest activity now is in the Johnson City area. This does include areas around Jonesboro and Washington County toward Telford and Limestone, and then to near the Interstate 26 region around Okolona and Unicoi, and to near Johnson City, just south parts of Johnson City, moving into Carter County around Roan Mountain, getting close to the Hampton area, as well as just to the southwest of Elizabeth. And much of Sullivan County right now is looking quiet, but that likely will be changing as the evening rolls on, as we do have another area of storms continuing to cross from southeast Kentucky into southwest Virginia. This is in addition to those severe thunderstorm warnings that are in effect for the Morristown area, and also has not arrived, but also that severe thunderstorm warning extends toward around Rogersville and Bulls Gap and Mooresburg. And then also that warning does extend into Greene County and Cobb County, even though the active weather is still not in Greene County, but moving in your direction. But I do want to point out that we do have other storms being warned for. A very active scenario here across Tennessee now, and you can see these different lines of storms kind of coming together. Right here is one, and we got these little clusters of storms here developing in spurts, if you will, across northeast Tennessee, and that activity will likely continue to kind of gel together eventually, perhaps into a line, though we'll likely not see that totally happen here over the next half hour to an hour, but we'll just have to continue to monitor the storms as they continue to push to the east toward the Tri-Cities here over the next couple of hours. And of course, our viewers in Southwest Virginia also know that we had a line of severe storms that came through about an hour ago, or 1 to 2 hours, depending on what part of Southwest Virginia you're viewing or watching us from. But that line of storms is now producing severe thunderstorm warnings all the way from the West Virginia border along Highway 52, south toward Wytheville, and then crossing Interstate 81 and 77 now in Southwest Virginia, and then down into the Grayson County area and Ashe County. So those storms are beginning to push away. Right now, the storms that are coming into Southwest Virginia from southeast Kentucky are not being warned for at this point in time. They look less severe than what came through maybe an hour or two ago, but still some very heavy rain could be causing some ponding of water, some localized minor flooding, since this is the second round of storms to come through. But nonetheless, extending from Hurley and Grundy and Haysine, Clintwood, down through the Jenkins and Pound area of Southwest Virginia, and then extending into the eastern part of Harlan County near Cumberland, and also in the eastern part of Letcher County along the Wise and Lee County line. Those storms and showers pushing into Wise County, and also into Lee County. The storms and showers have already crossed a good part of western Lee County, now impacting areas along Highway 58 between Jonesville and the Rose Hill. But again, those are not being warned for. So the more dangerous storms at this point in time, where we do have severe thunderstorm warnings in effect, are currently for areas from near Morristown toward Jefferson City and Dandridge into areas of Cott County around Newport, along Interstate 40, into the North Carolina border area. And then also we have the severe thunderstorms in right near Sam's Gap in the North Carolina border of Madison County. That storm, and that, while not being warned for, another very intense storm is flaring up along Interstate 26 in Unicoi County, between Flag Pond and Rocky Fork, and along Temple Hill Road, and just south of Irwin. And near the Beauty Spot, we got a heavy storm near the North Carolina-Tennessee border, and then extending toward Roan Mountain. So those storms are pretty intense, and like I said, these do extend into the southern part of the metro area currently. Around Jonesboro, we got some heavy rain currently falling, and that is also extending to just to the north and west of Telford, and then extending into Carter County. So this heavy rain pushing up toward Happy Valley High School, Dry Creek Road, some lighter showers near Hampton, and also Lakeshore Marina in the Watauga Lake area. But keep in mind, even though it's not threatening at this minute, Watauga Lake mariners, boaters need to be getting into safe harbor, safe place, get the boat stocked, and making sure that you are prepared for this storm coming in right now toward Watauga Lake. But again, they are not being warned for as far as a severe thunderstorm warning, but certainly we do have some lightning with this activity. At this point, the more intense lightning appears to be in an area stretching from Unicoi County near Rocky Fork and Flag Pond, extending along the Tennessee-North Carolina border near the Unicoi and Carter County line. So around Roan Mountain, that appears to be where our heaviest lightning strikes is right now.
And Dave, there have been several new updates on the storm reports that have been coming in. So I want to give everybody an update on the latest storm reports. We've had several people inquiring about the amount of coverage that we've been doing on TV, and so we understand that interrupting the race is not ideal, but when the weather is severe, we need to let people know. There was a report of some trees down in Hayside. That was at 3:28. Some trees down in Clintwood. Also trees down in Clintwood. That was 4:25. Big Stone Gap at 3:21. Tree knocked down there. And in Washington County, Virginia, 911 dispatch reports extensive reports of downed trees and power lines.
And where's that? That's near Emory and Meadowview?
Yeah, but several, that's probably where it was centered the most. That's where the report was put. A tree blown down in Chilhowie. Another one, large tree knocked down, completely blocking the road, Porter Valley Road. In Saltville, another tree partially blocking Worthy Boulevard. Tree blown down on Allison Gap. And also multiple trees blown down Buchanan County Hunger Mother State Park, blocking the road. So, and I hate to hear that, because I know that there's probably a lot of people there, more than normal with the holiday weekend.
And
large hail around White Top earlier. So those are some of the storm reports that have been coming in recently.
And those are confirmed reports. That entire line went across Southwest Virginia, so I'm sure we've got similar, maybe not confirmed or reported to the National Weather Service yet, but I'm sure there are numerous reports that aren't on there, that particular storm report page, that have occurred. I mean, we are.
And looking at the power outages, 1,200 out, 1,300 out in Scott County, 1,400 out in Washington County. Russell County has 3,100 active power outages. Tazewell County, 2,500. Smith County, 1,000. Wythe County, 840. Lee County, 800. And Buchanan County, almost 1,000. It looks like Russell County has the most power outages right now at 3,100.
That's quite a few. That's definitely impactful, and we're glad that at least for now the severe threat has shifted away from the harder hit areas of southwestern Virginia.
Right. But
the new threat now developing across northeast Tennessee, where we do have numerous severe thunderstorm warnings continuing in effect for that cluster of storms that have been racing across areas from near Dandridge up toward White Pine and Morristown, moving up toward Whitesburg. So we're talking right near the Hawkins County line right now, just to the southwest of Rogersville, where the leading edge of that intense area of storms is. So that would be pushing into, and is right now impacting areas around Newport. But as far as Greene County is concerned, these storms are just now beginning to get closer to Bulls Gap and Morrinsburg and also Mossheim, even though yet to get there. This is the most active, most severe storm now that is pressing into our viewing area from the west. So just be mindful of that as we go through the next hour, and we'll have to monitor that line of storms also that are not necessarily being warned for, but have really kind of exploded over northeast Tennessee in particular, Washington County and Carter County and Unicoi County, and then into the mountains of North Carolina. And, definitely some heavy rain and a lot of lightning also.
A lot of lightning near
in Carter County right now.
Yeah.
Of course, Roan Mountain, a very popular place for folks to go during weekends, and especially a holiday weekend. And I'm hopeful, and I'm assuming that everybody has found their place of safety. This storm has been kind of lingering there for the past half hour, so it's not like it just came upon there. But I'm just to encourage everybody to be weather aware as we continue, not only over the next few hours, but again as we go through tomorrow, especially in morning. Now it looks like the better chance of severe weather will be winding down tomorrow morning as another cluster of storms may come in overnight. But short term, right now, the storms of concern appear to be in northeast Tennessee and western North Carolina, as opposed to where they were with the first round across southwest Virginia. Granted, there are still some showers and thunder showers with some heavy downpours moving back into Virginia from Kentucky, but the most active and severe weather you can see there by the current warnings across East Tennessee into western North Carolina. And
the only tornado warning now is well south of Knoxville into southwestern North Carolina. So the tornado threat has subsided slightly, but the warning that we've been talking about that includes western Hawkins County and western Greene County is a considerable severe thunderstorm warning. The possibility of 70-mile-an-hour damaging wind gusts and some golf ball sized hail is possible, and a tornado could spin up. That's why there's the tornado possible threat tag on that warning. The rotation currently not strong enough for a tornado warning, but it is intense, and earlier was showing signs of some strong rotation. Now, the more concerned about straight line wind damage. So most of the activity is still just to the west of the viewing area, although it is beginning to move into far western Greene County, to the west of Mohawk, and to the west of Bulls Gap. Now over Russellville, that was hit so hard earlier earlier in the month with that intense cell that moved through there with 80 to 90-mile-an-hour winds. So they're getting hit again. So for the past 15 minutes, this one cell has produced about 120 lightning strikes. And then the one over Roan Mountain, it's produced about 44 lightning strikes in 15 minutes. We've seen some large hail coming from these cells. They're now out of our viewing area, now moving to the east of Wytheville. There's still a lot of lightning there.
So it'll be interesting to see how this all evolves over the next hour or two as this second line kind of catches up with these separate clusters of storms across East Tennessee. The atmosphere has been kind of worked over across southwest Virginia, but still we got a lot of unstable air in place across northeast Tennessee that didn't get that earlier area of storms. And so I would say that we'll have to continue to monitor, especially East Tennessee, for the possibility of still some strong to locally severe storms here over the next, I would say, maybe 2 hours. Would you not say?
Right.
I would say. And then we'll continue to keep an eye on what develops overnight tonight, which is going to be a whole separate entity in itself as far as what is coming our way, but it has yet to even really evolve. But forecast models do suggest after midnight may see another area of storms come in, but hopefully will be weakening as they drive south into our area overnight toward early Monday morning on Memorial Day.
We're going to take just a very short break here on the live stream. We're going to keep the stream going. We'll turn off the audio just for a couple minutes, and we'll be back here soon with another update. So stay with us here on the live stream, and also check out more information for your location in the StormTrack 5 app. We'll be back soon. Here's a quick update on this severe thunderstorm warning. This is in effect for southern Greene County. So this is an extension of the warning. It's about to expire that includes Mossheim. This is a warning that's in effect for southern Greene County, including St. James, Warrensburg, and Camp Creek. And this is also a considerable severe thunderstorm warning. Winds of 70 miles an hour, quarter-sized hail possible, and can't rule out a spin-up brief tornado. It's not a strong enough rotation for a tornado warning, but a considerable severe thunderstorm warning for southern Greene County. There's also more storms that are impacting Cott County and into Madison County and North Carolina. Warning for Madison County includes Hot Springs. And then to the north, all of the warnings have expired for Smith County. There's a warning, though, for northern Ashe County. So still a lot of active weather here. The warning that is for western Hawkins and western Greene, that's going to expire here. There we go, just dropped off. So now the severe thunderstorm warning for southern Greene County until 6:30. We will be going live on the Tri-City CW at 6 p.m. with the Indianapolis 500 running late on News 5 WCYB. So our 6 o'clock newscast will be on the Tri-Cities CW. We'll be back shortly. Join us for live coverage on the Tri-City